92.5 WYDE FM from 60 AM WYDE.
You know me.
247 WJC FM.
Don't play about the food.
And 95.3 W237K.
If we give you publicity, at least you can do is bring me some food. Hey, what's up, y'all? It is on. It's your boy Joe Lockett. Y'all know what time it is. It is Monday. It is messy, and we are in the building. But y'all out there cutting up. Y'all are out there cutting up, and we're gonna talk about it today. Talking about me being. They talking I'm the messiest guy in America. That's a lie. That is a lie.
No, you're not. You one of them.
I think I'm one of them. What's up, TikTokians? Yes. Oh, hell no. What's up, Towns, baby? What's up, Sweet?
When you're accused of a crime you didn't commit.
What's up, Mary? What's up, Charles? I see you, baby.
When trouble strikes.
How y'all doing?
Trust. Jim Parkman.
Man, we went viral on Instagram this weekend. I appreciate y'all for that. What's up, Captain Turner?
A seasoned pro with years of experience.
Our videos on TikTok doing 2,000 and 3,000, every day. Thank y'all guys for sharing and hitting the like button. I appreciate you guys for that. Thank you.
Things you don't have to worry
thank you.
Investigate every detail.
What's up, Angela?
The evidence.
Man, I was so surprised this weekend. My phone kept going off, right? It was buzzing. And why's my phone buzzing? I thought it was because of my alarm at the house. But man, mess around, looked around, and Instagram, we went viral. Instagram has been one of the harder platforms for me to grow. But we hit over 10,000 things. Like one of our videos went to like 13,000 over the weekend, 13, 14,000, something like that. So thank you guys for that. I appreciate you. Thank you. What's up, Angela? What's up, Virginia?
The following program is a paid program and does not reflect the views.
We in the building. Angela got them hands up there, girl. What's up? I see you.
Repair the wounds of racial.
What's up, Rachel? What's up, Tams?
Misogyny and
y'all know it's a Joe Lockett Show, but we finna get into it. Let's get it.
Pay any federal income tax.
Whatever position I take in that'll become the issue.
What's up, Mickey?
The issue is the American people should speak. Somebody's got to.
I'm going to tackle that subject, man. You talked about, Rachel. I'm going to not today, but I'm going to tackle that probably tomorrow. I got a full day tomorrow. I'm going to tackle that. I was wondering maybe if you can call in.
What is it?
Inbox me. We'll talk about it because I'm going to tackle that subject tomorrow. Looking good, Great King. I appreciate you, Virginia.
I don't feel no way.
I appreciate you.
MOE, man of experience.
What's up, Instagram Looney?
Man of experience.
Joe Lockett.
I see Smitty on here.
One show at a time.
With Joe Lockett.
Let's do it, baby. Y'all know what time it is. All right, y'all hit that like button. Let's go. Lock it in. Educated. Lock it in. Y'all know what time it is. Come on. What's up, French? What's up, user 1640? What's up, Maria?
From the Kanye movie?
Oh, I don't know. What's up, what's up, Shell? What's up, DJ D Smooth? What's up, DJ MD? What's up, Burgundy? What's up, Virginia Alexandria? I think that is.
City?
I don't know. The county. I don't know somebody's name. All right, y'all, it's 3 minutes after the hour. It is the Joe Lockett Show. We are live right here. I got to talk about this because where do we live? We are one of the most famous states in America right now for all the wrong reasons.
I mean,
it's the Joe Lockett Show, baby. We are here. It's Messy Monday, and we got a lot of mess to get into. We got a ladder to get into if we get a chance to get to it. It's about to storm outside. So if you're in Alabama, in Birmingham right now, guys, if you guys on your way home, real talk, make sure you guys drive slow out there. It's thundering and it's lightning and it's supposed to pour down around about 5 o'clock, but it's doing a little drizzling out there right now. So you know how traffic is. So if you're going to work, leave early. If you get ready to go home, take your time. Put your phones down, lock it in to 92.5, and listen to your boy Joe Lockett on your way home. We got you, baby. All right, y'all. Nephew, how you doing, man? You good?
yeah.
How was your weekend, man?
It was good. Had a lot of family bonding time with me and my dad. We spent literally the whole weekend together.
Okay, Pops.
I had to hibernate on a Sunday.
Okay. You was tired.
We was exhausted.
Okay.
Oh my
Well, that's always good to have some bonding time with Dad. All right, y'all, we're going to get right on into it. I may get to this letter about a wife saying that she's a provider
Good Lord, she wrote you a story.
She said she's a provider
Lord.
of the household, and her husband ain't taking too keen to that. So we may get a chance to get there. But before we get but let's go ahead on and get on down to it, because everybody's talking about it. A chair is still a chair.
But a house is not a home.
And if you guys have been sleeping under a pillow or you're just coming back to earth, y'all know down in Montgomery this weekend, the Rivet Boat, right? There was
got ugly.
Yeah, man, that was it's right here in Alabama, right? So you know we got to talk about it.
Yeah.
There was a altercation that took place at the Rivet Boat over the weekend.
Saturday, right?
I think it was Saturday, and it went viral. You know, the video was sent to me like really early. I saw it and didn't pay it any attention.
Me too.
You know, so someone sent it to me like I'm thinking I really got that video probably about like 15, 20 minutes after it happened. Right? Someone sent me the video. I saw the video, right? And then I'm getting phone calls probably about 3 hours later, 4 hours later, about everybody talking about, you know, the Rivet Boat. I didn't realize it was a Rivet Boat video that someone had sent me. Right?
Yeah, I was just seeing pictures of folks fighting.
Right. And so when I saw it, that's what I thought about. Like, okay, here we go again, right? So I didn't really watch the whole video. By the time I got ready to go back to the video, the social media has, I guess they had blocked it because they wouldn't, they had took it down.
Gotta go to Twitter.
Yeah, but yeah. Well, only thing I gotta do, bro, I got connects, right? So
okay,
I was ahead to get the video. That wasn't the problem. But when I saw the video, right, and I went back at it, then I seen everybody comment on this video. This thing went viral. It made news, national news, all this stuff, y'all. Let's talk about this in its practicality.
In its practical, okay.
And because all the jokes I see, all the memes I see,
it's hilarious,
right? But when I watched this, and if you guys don't know what happened, over the weekend there was an altercation where there was a regular boat, and then a river boat was coming into dock.
Yes.
Individuals out there, they was parked in the Rivet Boat spot, which y'all know the Rivet Boat is the big boat that brings guests around. I guess they take them around the river, and they got a little tour going on. So that's
supposed to do that,
right? So the regular boat was parked where the Rivet Boat was supposed to be coming in at, and so the dock guy was asking the people to actually move their boat. They didn't move their boat, so if you look at the video, you see him untying the boat and pushing the boat forward so the Rivet Boat can come in, doing his job. Well, the people that owned the boat didn't take too kindly to that.
Taking too kindly.
And so, first it was just words, right? And then it looked like calmer heads had prevailed if you watch the video. And then, I guess words ensued, and one of the guys charged the guy that was actually the security for the dock. They charged him. And that started, the Montgomery brawl is what I call it.
River Boat madness.
Now it would have been okay if the one person, and it was not okay for him charging the guy. It was not. No. He was out of line. But then when he charged him, it was like that was the night of everybody on that boat.
Oh yeah, that empowered everybody.
So everybody jumped on this one man, right?
Empowered.
You had like 3 or 4 people jumping on one guy. Right? I mean, literally kicking and hitting this guy, right?
Yeah.
And so people standing around and they're like looking down like, whoa, what is going on here?
They know what was going on.
Well, when they saw what was going on, right? You saw other people, other gentlemen come in and start trying to break things up. And then it went into all mayhem. It went into chaos. And a brawl ensued, right? And it did not turn out good for the people in the boat. I'm quite sure the people in the boat themselves were saying to themselves, and like I said, a lot of people, the reactions are, I'm not going to lie, it's hilarious. A lot of the actions are hilarious. A lot of the memes are hilarious. But real talk, it was not a hilarious situation.
It wasn't.
It wasn't. I mean, I'm just being honest. I understand, the black folks sentiment. That's what I want to talk about today is why people were so happy, but also a lot of people may not understand why people were reacting the way they did. Well, a lot of times people see someone getting beat up or whatever, and what usually happens?
They go to either break them up
or they don't do nothing at all.
Yeah, or recording.
Yeah, or just recording, right? And what I was proud to see, right, that when a defenseless person was in danger, that people came to help. Because usually, like I said, you don't see that happening often, no matter the ethnicity of the person. You don't see that happen often in any community. People will walk right on by because they don't want to have a part of it. I know social media, a lot of people have taken this to the black area, and I get that part. Okay.
The optics is the optics on that.
The optics are the optics, right? and like I said, I get that part of it. And but what I would say this here, a lot of people, when alcohol is involved, and those guys apparently, you could tell they was wasted. They was intoxicated. So I'm being a realist. I have to have responsibility when I'm on the air. I can go into the sensationalism of it, but there's a lot of, shows and people talking about the sensationalism. So I'm not going to do that. I don't know if those people were about the race issue. I think they had more of a problem about him moving and touching their boat.
It didn't look good.
It did not look good. I'm gonna say the optics did not look good.
Hey, you gonna give them that benefit? I got you.
Yeah.
Because I'm to an extent,
right.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I don't think they was coming at him as if they was some naked Klansmen. Okay.
No.
I'm not looking at him like that.
Right.
But it did look away, and that's what we can't ignore. Right. Even outside of what I mean, we're gonna be real about it.
Right.
We don't get that vibe because that vibe can be very thick. And you can see that through video. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like I said, that optics looks really, really bad. That look bad for them. Because it's one black man. Mm-hmm. Now, if you don't want to take it out on him being a black man, this is one guy in his security. He clearly looked like he's at work.
He was at work.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now we see a whole gang of folks go up to this one guy that seems as if he's doing his job.
Right.
And he can't do his job right.
Right.
But then you add the real optics that come with that, with this being a whole group of white men fighting this one black man.
Right.
Yes, you're gonna look like you're one of those. You're either gonna look like a naked Klansman, right? That's just how it is.
Right. And this is what I want to talk about on the show today, and I want to be careful because I don't want to. I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm really not. Okay. But I think when we're talking about this, we need to talk about it in context too.
Okay.
When you see this, what's going on? Black people, and I want my white audience to hear me out, right? When black people see this, right, and you see the rejoicing and you see people cheering, they're not cheering because white people got beat up. They're not cheering because of that. They're cheering that finally, right, that we're in a time that we can defend ourselves. Let me say that again to everybody. People were cheering because there's a time when we were growing up, right? My mom and dad could not have defended themselves in that situation. And with that being Montgomery, well, a lot of people don't know that area right there. But that was a place where they used to bring in slaves. Okay, that's what a lot of people don't realize. Montgomery is one of those places, and that dock right there was one of those places. Was one of those docks where they used to bring in slaves. So I asked America, right, to bear with what they're seeing, because if you're not part of the black community, you're not going to understand it. You're going to think they're gloating and because they beat up some white folks. No, it's not about that. It's about we were able to stand up for ourselves finally when somebody did us wrong. Because let me be honest, and I'm going to be very frank on this show. The white people in this situation was 1,000% wrong. This man had on his uniform. He was doing his job. The guy had no business. You watch the video, no matter how y'all try to slice it, y'all know I try to cut it even across the board. But he had no business attacking this man doing his job. You could have filed a report. You could have done anything, but you put hands on that man first.
I mean, we're going to keep you more frank. You could have did the white thing and just report him.
But like I said, when you laid hands on that person, right, you violated me. So now me as a man, I don't care what color you are, bro. We finna have a problem. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a response. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, that was the wrong place for them to do that, right? It was really the wrong place for them to do that. But I'm going to say to everybody out there, man, when you out there drinking, right, and you're having a good time, this is what these commercials are always talking about. Be responsible in your actions. You know what I mean? Be responsible. Now,
Bud Light and Miller Lite do say that.
Yes, be responsible, because these consequences for all of those people involved, even though if you're happy for it, you're cheering for it, you're against it, you're mad about it, let me tell you something. These consequences that happen over this weekend going to have repercussions. There's a price to pay for some people. And when we come back from break, we're going to talk about the Luther part of this incident that happened. All right, y'all. This is the Joe Lockett Show. Y'all guys hang tight. We'll see you guys on the other side. And I agree. You know, I understand the respect for it. Like I said, when I hear people talking about it, I don't know the white folks on out there, right? I don't know if they did it because he was a black guy. I don't know if they did it because they, just to respect this guy. That part, I don't know. So like I said, I'm not going to do any hyperbole on the show and act like I know what I'm talking about when I come to say that, right? Only thing I'm going to say is that the people who owned the boat was in complete wrong for, number one, charging at the guy and fighting the guy. And then number two, they was in complete wrong when everybody jumped in and started jumping on the guy because he moved your boat. He didn't damage your boat, he didn't tear up your boat, right? He just moved your boat to do his job so the big boat can come in. Now, I understand that you may be mad that somebody touched your boat and you see a little alcohol, and maybe he didn't say it in the nicest fashion after he asked you the first and second and third time. Because you watched the video, right? Like I said, I watched the video. I'm not trying to jump on anybody's side here. I watched the video. The guy plainly asked you, please move your boat. When you're doing like this, man, listen, I'm not trying to hear what you're trying to say. Move your boat. He pointed at the big boat. It's coming in, right? He pointed at the boat, and y'all still arguing with this guy.
Look, you ain't trying to take no. I'm taking side. Taking his side.
No, but what I'm saying is, it's not about taking side. I'm saying I'm just looking at what's right. If I'm doing my job and you're trying to interfere with me doing my job, I don't care what color you is, bro. I got a problem with you. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, the optics we can talk about, black and white. You know what I'm saying? They got beat up and all this stuff. I get that part of it. That is what it is. But I'm saying, whatever color you are, ethnicity you may be, listen to what the people saying. You got this big old boat coming in. This man has on a uniform. You can't say, well, he didn't identify himself. His uniform identified him. Period. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, tucked in.
Right. He had his hat on. He had his hat on and everything. Right. Until he threw this bat signal, as people were saying. When he threw the bat signal up, it was on and popping. But here's the thing. Why did everybody jump in on that man?
That is my question.
You know what I'm saying?
That's my question.
You seen this guy?
I can see if one was interacting with him. But for all y'all to go in, like I said, the optics look weird.
The optics not don't even look weird. The optics looks horrible.
Horrible.
You know what I'm saying?
I have to. That's a great question. Why did all y'all come in? I can see if one of y'all came.
Yeah.
Like the dude that owned the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wrong, but you want to be loud by yourself with your boat.
Yeah.
But for all y'all?
Bro. All right, y'all. 866-245-5480. It is the Joe Lockett Show. Make sure we got some music riding up under us. I appreciate that. Hey, now we're talking about the River Boat brawl. It wasn't a massacre, but it was the brawl that happened over the weekend.
Yeah, it wasn't bloody Sunday, but it was like muggy Saturday.
But what I'm gonna say is this right here, y'all. I want to get back to talking about it in a sensible manner. Like I said, all the memes and all the jokes are out there, right? But what I saw happen over the weekend when I watched this video, and I watched it a couple of times. Once I realized, it had went viral and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. When I watched the video, man, I watched the man do his job. I watched I guess it was the father or the older guy, walk people off and try to cool them off. Mm-hmm. And the other dude that actually really charged the guy was still clapping for whatever reason, right?
Yeah.
When the guy walked away and walked back over, one of the guys ran up to this guy and pushed him. Now watch the video. That's clearly. Right? Now, once you push this man on his job, what is he supposed to do? Run away? He defended himself. The question that I asked all our social media on break, y'all, 866-245-54, you locked into the Joe Lockett Show. The question that I asked was, why did everybody else jump in and start to jumping on this guy? Why did the people that was on that boat, right, started kicking and hitting this guy? Why did y'all do that? I have a huge question about that because I understand y'all walked away, but once you seen one person react, it was like you were just waiting to react also.
And the fact that you have to ask that question, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's when folks, and this is where I can't really be mad because I know the optics at this point. But if you have to pose that question, that's when other folks are gonna be like, well, why else do you think it is down there in Montgomery, Alabama?
But see, like I said, but
I hate to say that, but that's. For you to ask that with this single black man already going into an altercation with another man, from there we can be like, okay, then they're just having a disagreement that just blew over bad.
Right.
But for him and his friends to then start jumping on him, not really realizing, like how they used to tell us when we was young, or act like you've been somewhere or bad, you know what I mean? You got to think about how that's going to look for you.
Right. Right.
That was a moment where y'all had to think about how that was going to look for y'all. Okay? Like,
but with alcohol involved, I don't think they were thinking.
No, they wasn't.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say people can say what they want to say. I'm a grown man on what I believe, right? I think that it got out of control. I think one of the guys was really intoxicated. You know, was it a racial issue? I don't know. The optics, when you look at the video, you would say it looked like it could be a racial issue. Okay, it looked like it. But again, I'm not going to go there. I'm just going to say that the people were intoxicated. They way overstepped their bound. And I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to keep it real on this show. They got what they deserve.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? When you gang up on one man for no reason for doing his job, right? At the end of the day, man, I'm just gonna be real with you, bro. Because if I was there, because me and my friend were talking about it, if I was there, I wouldn't have jumped in if I was with my family, unless I saw a man, regardless of his color or his race, being beaten up by a bunch of people. Then I would have done something. If it was a homeless person, whatever, I'm not going to stand by. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So it wouldn't have mattered. And this is what I want people to understand, that yeah, y'all want to say it's a black and white thing, and they could be. But what black people saw was a bunch of white folks beating up on one black guy, and it's like, why? And this man, and he had on a uniform. You see what I'm saying?
And I think that's another optic that folks are, or maybe not enough folks are going into. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I saw it, kept up with it, and I left it alone.
Right. No, I didn't say anything on social media because, again, I'm not trying to get likes because I am getting on a little a viral video. I don't do that.
But I will say that I did, and I agree with you. I did like that because that could have been another instance to where that went unsung, unseen.
Yeah.
Or just seen and no repercussion. Right. You know what I mean? Like you said, it's nice to see that you can defend yourself.
Yes.
Without, you know what I mean? Now, get me wrong, folks got taken away, but that was just the cause of it. It wasn't nobody dead. Right. You know what I mean? And that's I guess the bright spot I take from it.
The bright spot, and then like I said, what people have to, the white community is not going to understand this, and I don't expect them to understand this. Right. But as I speak about this, I'm going to say my mom and dad, right? They came from the era in the 60s where something like this would have happened.
And you have to just take it.
You just would have took it, right? And so when people saw that, right, and was able to defend, like I said, I'm not making excuses for anybody. I don't like violence of any sort of any kind. But when black people saw that, right, and the way it happened and the opposite the way it looked, black people were proud that we're in a time in 2023 that we can actually defend ourselves, and we can actually defend a black man or a black woman whose defenses against white folks that's jumping on them, because that's what was happening.
And I mean, for the younger folks, I know the older folks don't think like this because y'all get out, y'all work. But for the younger folks, do you know when I was younger and I had friends in other states, they thought we were still in slavery down here?
Oh wow!
Did you not think that? Do you know when I was younger, they was like, y'all still segregated down there, right? This was a real, not even to be funny. That was what I was getting approached with from my friends in the Mid-East, the Midwest, towards the North, towards the West side. Right. It's like, no. What would make you think that? Right. Well, you in Alabama. So for this to go out in this type of way, yes, this optics looks really bad, but I feel like it could have been way worse.
Oh, it could have been way worse. You know, the police came in and did a great job of policing the area. Now I'm going to say this because I'm not going to make light of this. Because like I said, I have a responsibility being on the microphone, and I don't do sensationalism. I don't. The guy with the chair, right? That was a really dangerous situation, and he's going to pay the price. Like I said, I'm not even joke about that, right? Not on the airways. Like I said, I want to try my best to be responsible as possible about this because that was overboard for what happened. I'm just going to be honest with you. He's going to pay a price for it. Like I said, I know what people are saying. I know people have got the memes and the t-shirts. I get that, y'all. But like I said, at some point, for me, when people listen to my show or they find my show or find about me, I'm not trying to get likes, right? And I'm not trying to go viral because of something I said about an incident that was not great for blacks or whites. Because that didn't look good for the white community. Because people can clearly see, white folks can clearly see that they started that. And you got a lot of white folks, I bet, saying right now, they deserve what they got.
We was talking about that at work.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee there's a lot of white folks that, man, they should have beat the brakes off of them because they were wrong for what they did. They shouldn't have jumped on that man like that. Because I promise, and I ain't going to say, I can't promise, but I think if it would have just stayed between the dude and him,
stayed between them two,
I don't think it would have been any problem.
Nobody.
But when everybody on the boat decided that was on that little small boat decided to jump in, right? And let me say something to the ladies. Ladies.
What was y'all there for?
If men are in a wrestling or fighting match, honestly,
get out the way.
Go get help, because I cringe, bro. I'm not gonna even sit here and lie. When I saw the woman swinging, right, on a man, and when the men turned around, they hit her. Right, I cringe, bro, because like I told y'all, right, I don't like that kind of violence, especially when it's against a woman. But in that moment, if you're swinging on a man and it's hot and it's heated, right, and you get some hands, that's not, I mean, it's not a good look. But at the same time, man, you stepped into a man's arena and you shouldn't have. I know that may be your husband, your sister, your brother, but I'm like, bruh.
Yo, street don't have too many rules when you're getting down to a group fight.
Yeah.
He's defending himself. You are collateral.
Yeah.
Like you said, look, you there. I'm sorry. If you a part of it, you getting it.
Mm-hmm.
Right or wrong, doesn't matter at this point because I'm trying to survive. You know what I mean? And like you said, I don't why you there in the first place is my biggest thing. You could have brought somebody over here to clear
like I said,
this whole thing out.
Go get help, call 911. Yeah.
But you joining in, you gonna be part of the issue.
But here's the problem I say with women joining to these type of things, bro. As a man, if that's your wife, if that's your sister, you see what I'm saying?
That's your mama.
That's your bruh. What is the man gonna do now more if he sees his wife get hit by a man?
Look,
he's finna lose. This is finna get worse.
Bruh.
You see what?
One of those three.
Think about what I'm saying now. When this man is probably getting the brakes beat off of him, then he mess around and see his wife or his mom or his sister get hit.
Yeah, he got new power now.
Exactly. And he's coming back now to go in even more. So women, you're not helping your man in those type of situations, because if you get hurt, you may mess around and get your man hurt even more, or something even more detrimental that can end to the end of his life. So these situations are very unfortunate. It was not a good look at Montgomery for the black or the white community. I know some people are probably rejoicing, saying it's about time. The only thing I'm gonna say it's about time for is that we are able to stand up for ourselves, and we are in an era where you need to think before you swing.
Yeah, think for how you act.
Seriously, you know what I'm saying? Regardless, right? And I'm gonna say this to everybody, whether you're black, white, Latino, or Asian. If you see somebody being done wrong and a group of people are out there and they jumping on them, just like y'all helped that young man, I don't care about the ethnicity, man. Make sure that you help them. If they're homeless or whatever, don't just stand around and film and put it on social media, right? Make sure you help, because there's a lot of incidents besides this one here, right? A lot of things that we see and we film and nobody helps these people, right? This one here, yes, people stepped in. Yes, the young man, he was working. People saw he was done wrong. People came from everywhere and they jumped in and they helped this guy. I got it. And I'm applauding the people who actually stepped in and tried to help and tried to clear the situation up. But let's make sure our actions meet that for everybody. Because we don't just live in a black America, we live in America. And I understand the racism, I understand all that stuff is out there, like I said, but I want to be responsible on the microphone. I can easily go out there and say something crazy and go viral with what I want to say. But again, that ain't going to help us as a society and as a country. So those people, the white family that actually started this fight, I hope everything, whatever is going to happen, I hope they get prosecuted to the fullest. I'm going to try to get Jim Parkman on the show to find out what can happen to these people. The guy with the chair, like I said, I'm not going to praise him on that, bro.
Shout out Jim Parkman and Ms. Joy Parkman.
Exactly. But I'm not going to praise the guy with the chair. Let me tell you why. Because I didn't see anybody out there with a weapon, bro.
Yeah, you OD'd it.
You see what I'm saying? There was nobody out there with a weapon. So, bro, you overreacted. Now, I want to do this. We usually do cliffhangers at the bottom hour. I want to do it at the 45. So let's do this here. Let's go ahead and go to break. Give us a couple commercials and bring us back because we got a lot of people on social media right now, and I know they want to continue to talk about this. So go ahead and take us to a couple of commercials and bring us right back. This is the Joe Lockett Show. I got to go to the break, y'all. Y'all hang tight. We're talking about what happened in Montgomery. What are your thoughts on it? Give me a call, 866-245-5480. We'll see you guys where on the other side.
What's going on with this?
I need to turn it back on at the bottom. I don't know what's going on. But we'll do. No, don't worry about it. We'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow.
You sure?
Yeah. No, we're good. We're good. All right, y'all. So what are we saying here? Cap the dude throughout Kings, always trying to please Massa. I'm not trying to please Massa, man. This ain't got nothing.
Is that what they said?
Yeah, I'm not trying to please Massa. No. This has nothing to do with pleasing Massa. Well, what Massa got to do with me saying what I saw? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you saw what you saw, right? And you can react the way you want to react, but you're not going to tell me how to act on my show.
Hey, if you gotta keep relating stuff to Massa, you in that mindset.
Right. You know, nobody said no. I don't think what I said. I think what I said was a fair judgment of the situation. Right. I'm not finna sit here and say what. If somebody would have if that incident would have happened and it was vice versa, and a white person hit somebody with a chair, you would have said that was unfair. And I'm just gonna say that was unfair, right? So I mean, y'all can say what y'all want to say, man. But like I say, I try to call it like it is. See, people, this is the problem when y'all are talking about news, right? Y'all want people to give your opinion of something instead of, we're all entitled to our opinion, but we're not entitled to our facts. No one knows exactly why those people did what they did, and I'm saying, like I said, 100,000%, they deserve everything they get. They was absolutely wrong. They got the brakes beat off of them, and that should have happened, right? But I'm not going to sit up here because they're going to sensationalize and make a lot of people happy and sit here and say that that's the they got what I'm saying, just go out there and just start talking something crazy. I'm not going to do that. A brawl is a brawl. Exactly. I agree with that. No, you defended YT women, but
YT women.
What is this? You defended, but defended us the same.
Huh?
I don't understand that.
You're probably talking too fast.
I agree. I'm beginning to notice that a lot of these blacks are twisting the narrative. Like I say, y'all, I'm not. Don't make this racial in here because I'm not trying to get deleted on social media, y'all. So don't make this a racial thing. I'm not trying to do that. 8 white people jump one black man, and you support the white supremacists. Where did you get support from? What, bruh? Where did anybody hear me say I support what they did? I said they got what they deserve. I said I hope they get prosecuted to the fullest. Where's the support coming from? Y'all want me to jump out here and get on a bandwagon like black folks should have did this and they, what I'm saying, and just talk about that. No, you talk about the whole situation because it is a whole thing that happened. And no one, like I said, we don't know, right? If those people were racist or whatever. I don't know anything about that. I just saw those people jump on a black guy and they got what they deserve. Now, if that's defending somebody, or is that saying what I saw? Am I insane about what? See, this is why I love my people, bro, because they want me to just go out here and say, what I'm saying, like the sensationalism of what everybody else is saying. The white folks got what they deserve. It's time for the black folks to stand up and start beating the white folks when they come at us. That's what people want me to say. But that situation, I don't know if that was the case. I wasn't there. I don't know. I'm not in touch with anybody that was there and heard somebody say the N-word. I don't know if that was the case. Like I said, y'all can say what that looked like, but I'm not going to go in and say that that's what that was, right? It was some intoxicated white people that jumped on a black man. They got the brakes beat off of them, and that's what happened, bro. Come on now. Because I'm a radio talk show host, and that's what I do. That's why I'm talking about it, sir. It's my job to talk about it. I'm on radio. I'm on live radio. This is not a podcast. I saw the videos. Which part of the videos that I if you guys want to call into my show, you guys can call in. It's a live radio show, 866-245-5480. Feel free to call in. Like I said, this is a conversation. I'm not going to go back and forth and argue with people about it. You have your opinion, I have mine. But please give me a call, 866-245-5480. I'll pay for it. It's live. Give me a call.
White, how could I get in really great shape this summer?
Oh, I'm not upset, man. I just disagree with you. I'm not upset, bro. We having a conversation. Listen, if y'all guys disagree with me, that's fine. I am not mad with you guys. Right? You're entitled to your opinion. I'm entitled to mine. I'm not mad with you guys. I thank you guys for locking into the show and we're able to converse about it. All right, guys, it's 34 minutes after the hour. You guys are locked into your favorite eating right. It is your boy, Joe Lockett. Some people are hot at me.
Some people hot is it's an understatement. Well, they just hey, y'all need to tune in on TikTok,
hey,
and on Facebook.
Hey, I'm gonna say to everybody, y'all please be careful on my feeds. You know, you guys can say what you want to say, but let's not make this into a racial issue because I do not want to get blocked or banned. Because I'm not saying this to offend anybody. I'm not. I have my way of viewing things, and like I said, I want to. When I came into this game, man, I did sensational journalism for a while, but I learned a long time ago that when you do this job, man, you can cater to one side or you can tell the news, and if you tell the news, people are not going to like you for it.
No.
Now, I'm going to go back to it for people who are new to my show who are listening for the first time. 866-245-5480. If you guys want to call into the Joe Lockett Show, you guys can. Nephew, you done heard the story. A little old lady recognized me in a store about 8 or 9 years ago and asked me, am I Joe Lockett? I said, yes, ma'am. She said, baby, she said, I don't like what you say, but I like your show and I like you. She said, you're in that position, baby, because of me. I didn't know this lady, right? She said, she said, you're there because of me. I was like, ma'am. She said, for the work I did in the 60s, right, open up ways for you to be on the airwaves, to do what you're doing. I said, okay, yes, ma'am. She said, baby, you don't need to sensationalize anything to make me like you. She said, what I need you to do, she said, if you really want to pay homage to what you're doing, baby, tell the story. Tell the story. Don't go out there and try to sensationalize anything, right? And when she told me that, right, I got it. Because what I was trying to do was make people like me, right? And trying to build to an audience or what I thought people wanted me to be. But if you look at news right now, you got people who are very opinionated, right? People give opinions instead of giving a story. See, I'm giving the story and people are mad at me. I didn't take a side. I didn't say anything, but you know what I'm saying? I told the story of what I saw in the video. But because I didn't tell the narrative what people think I should be saying because I'm a black man and my mom and dad is black, a lot of people are upset with me about that.
But, I mean,
go ahead.
Nowadays, sensationalize is how you give off news.
Yeah, it is.
What you doing is abnormal.
It is.
What you doing sounds like defending if you're not picking a side.
Right.
If you're not picking that black dude and the rest of them folks that joined the inside, or if you're not overly telling how wrong the white folks was in that situation, then you're defending those white folks.
Exactly.
You're not describing the situation. You're not, you know what I mean, giving your take on whatever you saw.
Right.
Nobody cares what you saw.
Right.
They care about if you picked a side or not.
Right.
And that's what everybody else, they're trying to ignore all the other stuff that's around it. I'm gonna be honest with you. But that's just me. You know what I mean? It's not the cliffhanging show.
Right.
You feel me? But for me, I could care less. You feel me? Or whatever you think, cool. That's great.
Right. Right.
You feel me? I'll play into it.
Right.
But at the same time, if we're going to make this a bigger issue or a bigger thing, then we have to recognize that there is more that comes in play outside of your little funky feelings that you feel about when you watch the video.
And like I said, I want people to understand, I'm not mad at you for disagreeing with me or being upset with me. That's cool. But let me get out to the phone lines. I'm going to see you guys are calling in 866-245-5480. Walker, you're locked into the Joe Lockett Show. Make sure you understand we're on airways and we cannot curse, sir, but go ahead. Walker, you there? Hey, how's it going, man? You're on live radio, so please do not use any profanity.
No. This is my first time calling a radio show, so please forgive me.
No problem, man. You're good. I thank you for locking in with us, man. Go ahead. Where you calling from?
I'm calling from Fort Lauderdale. I was calling through on TikTok, and I see you, and so let me call you.
Okay.
Because you make some valid points, but because times have changed, my point is,
yes, sir.
Because times have changed, and you have people that think and now believe because of Trump they have the right to be as racist as they want to be.
Understood.
So you cannot approach it with the same medicine right now. You have to be, if they come at you, I believe you have to come at them hard. You can't be like, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, back away and all that stuff, and worry about the law.
Yeah, I understand that.
Give them a whoop ass, because if you don't, they're gonna. Because look at it. Look at the news these days. You can't even turn around into one of these white people driveway without them shooting at you. It's like they're just out to kill us, no matter. And if you look at the gun laws, they're making it so much easier for them to get away with it with all these stand your ground laws that they pass. So I think I using the chair, yeah, I think it was a bit excessive, especially on the woman that fell down. I really don't believe in hitting a woman, but you can see, to me, it's like 400 years of whoop ass right there. And
okay, sir. I know. Let's retain from the donkey reference here. Like I said, we on live radio. We have kids watching.
All right, sorry about that.
But go ahead. No, go ahead.
That's all I had to say.
Okay, and I'm going to say, I understand what you're saying, right? And I agree with you to a point. But we, at the same time, we do have to realize that we are living in America, and we do have to, if you're confronted, defend yourself to the fullest. I agree with that. And like I said on this show earlier, everybody listen to me. I said, the people got what they deserved. You jumped on one man, and he was defenseless because you got mad because he moved your boat. So you got the brakes beat off you. I believe that they got exactly what they deserve. And like I said, the thing with the chair, there was nobody out there with any weapons. So, like I said, you hitting the defenseless people with a chair. You can't bring 400 years into that situation. I know we feel like that, but like I said, I understand it. But he's going to pay a price for that. You know what I'm saying? It's great for us to laugh and talk about it and say, yeah, everybody got what they deserve, but he's going to pay a price for that. You see what I'm saying? And is it worth it? Is it worth? Like I said, everybody want to sit here and make it seem like this is a great thing, but I'm saying this man is going to pay a price for this. And yeah, there are lawyers out there trying to do some pro bono stuff right now for this kind of stuff, but we don't want to see this kind of action happening just because. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, people get mad at me, Walker, but I'm going to say this. I'm going to be responsible in what I'm doing. I'm going to be responsible. I'm going to tell the story. And if anybody else want to go out there and do it another different way, like I said, they can. But I want to make sure when people listen to my show, I'm just telling the story as I see it. And you can decipher from there as you will.
No, I agree with that.
All right, man. I appreciate you, man. Love you, and stay warm out there, man.
Yes. Oh, man. I say hot.
I know you're in Florida, bro. We love you, man. Thanks for locking in with us, man.
All right, man. Cool.
All right, have a good one. All right. 866-245-5480. It's never popular, when you are having this kind of conversation and tempers are high. 7 years ago, I get it. 400 years of slavery, I get it. Like I said, I've told many stories about my father and my parents and my grandparents on this show. I'm a black man.
Yeah. I'll put it like this. Maybe this will help before we go to the next break. For a lot of folks, depending on where you grew up and how you grew up, yeah, some of us black folks could probably put that 400 years of pain that's just been embedded in us as a people down the line. But for some folks, it's a little bit more out there.
Yeah.
When you see that, it reignite that.
It does.
It really does. Like I got a cool head to my knowledge. You feel me? I try to move with my head first before any other actions. That's how I was brought up. But when I see stuff like that and I try to put myself in that situation, it's in flames now.
All right, y'all, let's get ready to get back to the phone lines. You guys are calling in. I appreciate you guys locking into the show. Like I said, your opinion is welcome. Y'all, please be careful. Like I said, this is a live show. We're on radio.
Hey,
so if
watch your mouth.
if you're saying dunk or anything, right, we're going to have to dump your phone call. So make sure you guys, no profanity, but speak your piece. This is Joe Lockett Show. Let's get out to the one and only. Elisa, you're locked into the Joe Lockett Show. Talk to me. Elisa, you there?
How are you? Yes, it's my first time listening to the show, and I'm calling in, and I'm surprised that I got through to you.
Well, let me ask you, man, where are you calling in from?
Maryland.
Okay, thank you for calling in.
Okay.
Yes, but I am the daughter of a Southern couple, one from Virginia, one from Pineapple, Alabama.
Ooh.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, I fully agree with you that, you base your, well, actually, you're not giving an opinion other than they got what they deserve. Okay. However, you know, we walk around and cloaked in our PTSD, our generational.
Yes, ma'am.
And from slavery PTSD.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, the reactions of one person's experiences throughout life is different. For, you know, it's unique. It's like the fingerprint.
Yes, ma'am.
So I would, if I could do anything, I would only like to lend to you in this conversation that you don't have to defend not sharing your personal experience, why you feel the way that you feel. It's simple to report the news, and of course, because it's all over the place.
Yes, ma'am.
And allow everyone to feel the way that they want to feel about it.
Yes, ma'am.
You know how we say we don't know what another person's going through when something hits them?
Yes, ma'am.
And people don't know what we're going through when they hit us?
Yes, ma'am.
I am coming from Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
I watched this thing last night.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, my sister from out in Missouri sent it to me.
Oof.
And before even knowing the name of the boat, I had to chuckle when I found out it was it's the Harriet II.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, spelled differently than Harriet Tubman, but still Harriet II.
Yes, ma'am.
The fact that, I mean, just all the things that went down in that just said you mess with the people that are tired.
Yes.
See,
I agree.
I don't have to tell you how I feel about it, but the evidence is there that you mess with the people that are tired.
Yes, ma'am, for sure.
And
I
so
agree.
I want to encourage you to keep doing what it is that you're doing, just giving the information, but you don't take it personally when people don't agree with how you deliver it.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Okay. You know, one thing I would say, Miss Elisa, no, ma'am, I do not, you know, I love the open debate that we can have. And when I built the show 10 years ago, my integrity, like I said, go ahead, ma'am. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, my husband is telling me about a neighbor in distress.
Okay. Hey, husband, how you doing?
I hope they all right over there.
He's going to be okay.
Okay.
You know, let me give you a bit about me. I'm a former politician, first Black elected in my community.
Okay.
And I'm also a survivor of hate crime.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So now, when it comes down to being protected, I was protected by some beautiful people.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? They insulated me. They made certain that me and my family did not become victims. But of course, when you have those Southern roots in you, to the degree that, you know, my father was from Pineapple, Alabama, who actually his parents had to live to Pensacola under some white supremacy. So had I been on that pier, I don't know what I would have done.
Exactly.
You understand? Because my experience has
different.
I've been isolated.
Good point.
I've been insulated by our people to the highest degree that one can.
Very good point.
The FBI.
Yes, ma'am.
And the Department of Justice. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to waging a war against a person, a people.
Yes, ma'am.
What do they call people that die in war? They become casualties of it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
The young lady who was throwing fists before the older woman, that was throwing fists before she got clocked with a chair.
Mm-hmm.
She was there for war.
Yes, ma'am. She was.
And so I just, I don't want us to feel as though we have to defend us to us.
No, I was not defending us to us. I was just telling the story from both sides, because when I listened to radio today.
But my thing, honey, that must have come out wrong, because I want you to know that I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I truly do appreciate you, but I also appreciate them as well.
And that makes all the sense in the world, Miss Elisa. That makes all the sense in the world because all of it makes it right. Yes.
Yeah, their experience is trying to make some rational sense of what they see.
Exactly. Yes, ma'am.
Anyone who could say that she's a casualty of war is somebody who's had similar experiences and nobody came to help.
Yes, ma'am. For sure. You know, my father has told me many stories that, you know, when he was growing up and during the Martin Luther King time, that, you know, things happened to him and there was nobody to help. And sometimes he didn't know if he was going to be able to get home. So I tell people who listen to my show, don't think I don't understand. Right. Don't think I don't get it.
I never got the sense that you didn't understand.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
No, sir. I never got the sense that you didn't understand. I don't even want to assume that you were frustrated.
Oh, no, ma'am.
And I don't want to make that assumption.
You know, I appreciate you calling in and sharing your experience and putting another perspective on it besides what I'm doing, because like I said, I want everybody to have the conversation. There are a few conversations that's going on out there, but I want everybody to have the whole open conversation about what's happening, why we're feeling like this, and why people reacting the way they're reacting. Because what I'm saying on social media is some people don't understand why people are so happy about this. And so my point today was to come on the airways to try to my best to explain to people that don't understand why Black people are cheering and happy about the way the situation happened. It's really not about, you know, seeing somebody get beat down and get the brakes beat off them. That wasn't about that. It was about because there was a time that when we saw this, we couldn't help or defend. We all would have ended up either in jail with the hose put on, the dog sicked on us, or up on a tree somewhere. And that's just the reality of our country where we were. So like I tell people.
Especially down there in Montgomery. Exactly.
So, and a lot of people don't realize the history of where, like I said, that was a slave port.
They have the
exactly.
They have the slave museum down there.
Right. So
exactly. And of course you look at what is happening there with the Justice Museum. I mean, that's good ground.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And if people haven't been down there to go see it, I went to go see it, and it is.
That is an experience.
Let me just say this: when you go see what actually people did to human beings down there, and you see it, it will make you cry.
Yeah.
Well, here's what I want you to know: I am less than 8 miles from Antietam Battlefield.
Oh wow!
Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. Ooh,
and those who are celebrating. They are celebrating because they have that lived experience where nobody supported them.
Exactly.
And so I have to, when I was listening to you, I'm having to put on that hat of how hopeless I felt until someone insulated me.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand?
Yes,
I ran for office with an armed bodyguard. My parents were ministers that were Pentecostal, but my bodyguard was from the Nation of Islam.
Yes, ma'am.
See, when we need to be out there in support of one another,
yes, ma'am,
we don't let little things like religion or if I fully understand what it is that you're doing, but I know that you don't need to die for it.
Yes, ma'am, for sure.
And breathing, you shouldn't have to die for it. Telling someone to move their pontoon, you shouldn't have to die for it.
Exactly. I said.
When we look at it in a manner of those people on the boat that were sending you all get over there and help him. You all get over there and help him.
Yes, ma'am.
All of that vitriol was from a place of because no one was there for me.
Yes, ma'am. For sure. I totally 1,000% agree.
Thank you, sir, for what you do, and thank you for taking my call.
Yes, ma'am.
I appreciate you, and I will be tuning in daily now.
Thank you so much, man. I love you. Thank you. We love you. Have a great day now. All right. 866-245-5648. I want to thank Elisa from Maryland for calling in. And y'all, like I said, this is an open conversation, right? And I love the way she actually was able to put that.
Yeah, because you can tell even with her talking, just she went through something.
Yes, we all have.
She had to, you know what I mean? You can tell she had to slow it down, get this out.
Right, but you know something?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I appreciate that. And
I know you wanted to say something while she was on the phone. Go ahead.
As far as with what she was saying, I totally agree with. And what she was trying to come off with, if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure she'll tell us while she's watching.
Right.
But from what I can interpret, she was, as far as what she didn't want us to be having to defend ourselves from us. There are a lot of people in this thing to you.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you know that.
Right.
there's a lot of folks that are so quick to defend or take that other side because they want to be the odd one out or want to be different, that is detrimental to the cause.
For sure.
You feel me? Yeah. And like I said, a lot of folks are listening to see if you're taking a side or not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not saying that she wasn't listening, but a lot of folks, that's how.
Yeah. I mean, some people probably took it that way, like I said. And again, I am not the guardian of your feelings, right? Or what you heard coming out of my mouth. And I explained to you the best that I could in my way that my job is to come on the airways, right? And be as responsible as possible, right? And tell the story, right? Now, like I said, I do have feelings about it. Like I said, my personal feeling was the white folks got what they deserve, right? At the end, you got the brakes beat up because you laid hands and you jumped on the defenseless man.
But I do want to remind folks, if you never lived down here in Alabama, it's like that around in parts, but you'd be surprised. There are a lot of really, really good white folks down here.
I mean, bro, look out. What we see is in pockets. Let me just be honest.
The perception. You gotta understand that this is the perception that most is forming around.
Yeah.
But you feel me? I got white folks in my family, just like I'm pretty sure you do too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We a melting pot of country folks. So this is why we take the approach, we can tell if you actually just drunk,
right? And
if you had a racial undertone, like I said, that's thick,
right? And like I said, and that's why I said I can't get on the microphone today, right, and be responsible and say this is what this was. I know that, right? Like I said, I saw some drunk people beat up a defenseless man. That's what I saw. Now I was like, the optics is some white people beat up a defenseless, beat up a black man, right?
We can't defend the optics,
right? that was doing his job, right? Yeah. And so they got what they deserve. At the end of the day, they got what they deserve. Again, everybody can feel the way they feel, and people can be mad at what I said. But like I said, if you listen to the Joe Lockett Show around the world, I'm going to give you the story, right? I'm going to tell you my opinion of the story to a point. But my job is not to divide us. My job is to tell a story and let y'all debate whatever y'all want to see from the story. Because right now, when you look at news, man, it's too many people taking a black side or a white side or a Republican side or a Democratic side.
That Republican and Democrat side is disgusting.
Right, but like I said, I'm not. My show is about love, man. You know what I'm saying? When y'all hear me, because we used to do relationships on the show, I talk about love all the time. I'm trying to bring people together, right? And I know some things are not meant to. It's not going to happen. I get that, right? Like I said, I grew up here. Right. So I understand all the stuff people say I don't understand or may not understand. It's okay. I do get it. But at the end of the day, y'all, let's learn from this. Right. If someone is asking you to move your boat or your car or your picnic table, right?
Please move it.
Move it. And
watch out for chairs.
And if your partner, right, or somebody gets into an altercation, pull your partner away from the situation. Don't try to join in and gang up on somebody.
Unless you want that smoke.
Right, because right now, like I said, tensions are high, right?
Hey, you can get it too. Equality.
Bruh, this can go from one side to the other. So this is why I say, I'm not going to stroke and throw gas and throw smoke, and throw gasoline on the fire. That's why I said I don't want to do that. Just for all of us, man. This happened, an unfortunate incident happened. We had some people that was intoxicated, that stepped way over the line, got what they deserve. And like I said, I hope that the law is prosecute them to the highest, man, because that man was doing his job.
Yeah.
He went to work that day doing his job. He did not disrespect those folks, in my opinion, when I looked at it. And he tried his best to get them to move. What you gonna do if you got the big old river boat coming in and your little bitty boat in the way? What is the man supposed to do? He didn't injure your boat. He didn't kick your boat. He just untied it and pushed it on down. And y'all gonna get mad at that man for that?
Yeah,
y'all gonna jump that man for that?
You didn't clock in for that.
Bruh, nobody clocked in for that. I mean, literally, when you watch this video and you see what those people did because of one man charged him, and then everybody jumped in on this man, when you look at that video and the people who did it, I know they saying to themselves, we got what we deserve.
No.
Bruh.
I don't think that.
Bruh, no, bruh, listen, I promise you, bruh, I done been in fights with some of my boys when I was younger, when I used to do security. Some of the fights we got in, we shouldn't have been here, bro. I done beat the brakes off of some people and got the brakes beat off of me because of my boy's action. And I know that them people sitting right there like, bro, why'd you have to hit that man? Why'd you have to go to that charge? Bro, trust me, they are saying, they may be mad, but I promise you, bro, they are saying to themselves, man, Trust me, I don't think they one day they end up that way.
Nah.
The Crocs around your ankles. Come on, man. This is the Joe Lockett Show, y'all. We got to get ready to get up out of here. You guys stay locked in for tomorrow. We will do this again. You know how we do it, y'all. Jitim Temo, Ashtimas, Ilibadit. What does all that mean? That means your boy love you.
See y'all later. Nah, they weren't on that type of time. I think they was like, man, we done had us a little time down there.
Man, when the alcohol wears off, bro, like I said.
They got, you think they had sober thoughts?
Bro, you don't have to have sober thoughts because you went out there to go have fun and get drunk and have fun on the river. You come home with the brakes beat off of you, bro. Your Crocs around your ankles, knots upside your head, and you got bills to pay. Come on, man.
They deserve their inch.
All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. And like I said,
I'd have been jumping and flipping off a boat too.
Huh?
Swear I would.
Thank you guys for locking into the show. At the end of the day, y'all, I know some of you guys agree or disagree with me, but I love all of y'all, right? So everybody's entitled to their own opinion. My job is, is my best. I try to do every single day on the airways is be responsible and bring love and peace to the airways. And sometimes you can't do that, and I can't please everybody, but I try my best to do it today. So hopefully you guys, took something from it. Try to see it from all different perspectives, and enjoy the rest of your day, man. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Be back on relationships. I love you guys. Have a great day. Take care. Bruh, look at them. Look at them numbers.